Welcome to Behind the Bar with Paul Starr, brought to you by William Hill, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship. Steve Brown, thanks for joining us again. Good weekend?
Yeah, great weekend, mate. Yeah, down at Butlins with yourself and Peter and Wayne Mordell. Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Brilliant, yeah, it certainly was. And some great darts from by you, I will say that.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Now, week number 4 from Belfast. First game on, Dave CHISNALL wins 7-4 with 107.01 average. Highbreaks averages exactly the same. He misses a double 12 for a 9-darter. But Highbreaks averaging 107. He still hasn't got a win.
No, he must be. Yeah, he must wonder what's going wrong. But again, from that, what he can take into this week is a hell of a lot of confidence. I mean, that's to go up on stage and at 107 average. If he'd played anybody else that week, he'd have probably won that game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Second game on, Gary Anderson, the world champion, comes from 3-1 down to beat James Wade 7-4. Quite a confident Gary Anderson. He seems very relaxed on the stage, and the good thing is, it was a 10-11 tip. That was our first one.
Yeah, that was our first one in last week. But again, you know, that sort of game, I think Wade was 3-1 up in that.
Yeah.
And Gary done ever so well to come back. And 12 months ago, he would have probably lost that match.
Yeah, very much so. And then my tungsten tip, 4-1 it was, for Lewis and MVG to play out a draw. They did. Lewis was 6-4 up, maybe a little bit disappointed, you know, not getting both points there, but Michael averaged 106. Bit of needle in the game at the end. We refused to be interviewed together, but the tungsten tip goes in at 4-1, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pace of the game suited each other there, you know, and there's always going to be a close game between those two.
Very much so. And then the Bombers banker 6-4 for Barney to get his first win of this year's Premier League. He beat Bunting 7-4. Stephen only 18% on his doubles. He missed his first 6 starts at a double, but they say Barney gets his first win and you get your banker in.
Yeah, and I was pleased. I was confident Barney get the win, but again, Bunting's checkout percentage, he'd be really disappointed with that.
Yeah, and a final game of the evening, Phil, the Power Taylor 6, Peter Wright 6, 103 average for Taylor. He's playing well actually, but again, a 9-2 tip from us, Steve. Another one that goes in.
We're on fire.
We are on fire. In fact, folks, I hope you're on, because our naps, the Bombers banker and my tungsten tip, 11.5-1 double if you were on there. But listen to this. Second, third, fourth and fifth games on. If you're on that, that's 130-1 4-timer. Please tell me you were on. Don't forget, you can let us know on Facebook or Twitter. Okay then, guys. And girls, let's move on to how that leads the league table. Michael Van Gogh and Chizzy, they top with 7. Chizzy's actually got to play for the top 4 players in the world out of his last 5 games. We've got Anderson on 6, Taylor on 5, Wade on 4, Lewis on 4, Raymond van Barneveld after his first win on 3, Peter Wright on 2, Highbreaks and Bunting on 1. Is it a coincidence that the 2 players coming in to the Premier League making their debuts, Highbreaks and Bunting at the bottom?
Well, I think they're getting better every week. So perhaps next week might be their week.
Might be their week. Okay, thanks for that, Steve. On to week number 5 from Exeter. It's the West Point Arena. Things are really hotting up in the Premier League now. So just before this year's UK Open, down in the south, we've got Raymond van Barneveld. First game on. He's even money. Kim Highbreaks is 15-8, 7-2 to draw. Steve, there's an absolutely amazing stat, which I couldn't quite believe. They've played 6 times. Highbreaks has won all 6.
Yeah, I mean, and you take that confidence into this game, but I do think the first 3 legs of this match are massively important because, you know, that 6-0 lead that he has over Raymond will come into play if he can win pinch 2 of the first 3 legs. Yeah,
so we're going to go 15-8, Kim Highbreaks?
Great outside bet, yeah.
Yeah, 15-8. Okie doke. And second game on, James Wade 11-4, 4-1 a draw. 8-13, Phil Taylor. I was looking at some stats, of course. These guys have played in Premier League finals, of course, when Phil banged in the 2 9-darters. Phil Taylor's won 42, 5 draws and 8 for Wade. But the thing is, James Wade has won his last 2 against Phil. He won in the Grand Prix and in the Masters. But I'm going to go for Phil 8-13. It's short, but
I can't see Phil losing. You know, so you've got to go with Phil.
Yeah, we're going to go with Phil 8-13. Adrian Lewis 4-7, 9-2 to draw, 3-1 Stephen Bunting. They've only played once. Of course, Stephen just been in the PDC for just over a year. I think let's say 9-2. The draw looks big.
does look big, and if Stephen can hit his doubles, obviously last week he had 18% on his doubles.
Yeah,
so if those doubles start clicking, I think that he's I think the new boys could be in for a bit of a treat this week.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Fourth game on, Peter Wright 5-1. The draw's 5-1, but Michael Van Gerwen, who's got a 22-7 lead, sort of head-to-head record over Peter Wright. I think 4-11. I always say it's too short, way too short. It is sort of standard, but I'm going to go for Michael at 4-11. Do you disagree?
You can't look away from him, can you? I mean, but Peter obviously got last week a nice 6-6 draw with Taylor, so you'll be confident, but you've got to go with Van Gerwen.
Yeah, I'm going to go Van Gerwen. And the last game on, could be 180s all over the place here. Dave Chisnall's 2-1, 4-1 the draw. Gary Anderson's 5-6. The head-to-head is 5-1 to Gary, but 4-1 the draw. Can you go along with me on that, Steve?
I think that's where the value is. I mean, Gary obviously, world champion, etc. But Chizzy's just finding his form in his Premier League, so I can't split them.
No. Okay. Well, Steve, can you let us know what the Bombers banker is this week?
This week's Bombers banker is Kim Ibrex at 15-8.
15-8, Kim Ibrex there. And Paul's tungsten tip, my tungsten tip, is Michael Van Gerwen and Phil Taylor both to win. I know they're short price, so 2 days a double is 6-5.